Once confined to scientific reports, climate change has now emerged as one of the most strategic risks of our time. It no longer merely concerns environmentalists or fuels debates at COP conferences. It is directly striking the global economy, deepening inequalities, threatening national stability, and, increasingly, human life itself. A real documented threat, intensifying as heat records are shattered month after month. And the numbers speak for themselves. In 2024, according to the World Meteorological Organization, the planet experienced its hottest year on record, with average global temperatures 1.48 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. In May 2025, yet another monthly heat record was broken. Wildfires are spreading, heat waves are lasting longer, marine heat waves are destroying coastal ecosystems, and agricultural yields are plummeting under the combined pressure of droughts and sudden floods. These are no longer hypothetical scenarios. Global economic losses linked to climate disasters now exceed $300 billion annually, according to the World Bank, impacting supply chains, insurance markets, critical infrastructure, and employment worldwide. Many nations have understood the threat, yet few can keep up with the pace of this crisis. In the United States, wildfires in California, stronger hurricanes along the East Coast, and Midwest droughts cost billions each year. In sub-Saharan Africa, agriculture is buckling under water stress, jeopardizing the food security of millions. In Europe, recurring heat waves are driving up health and energy costs, while dropping river levels disrupt inland shipping routes. In Egypt, the United Nations Environment Program, UNEP, warns that a 1-meter sea level rise could submerge 20% of the Nile Delta's cultivated land, endangering national food security. In Nigeria, the Niger Delta, home to over 30 million people, faces rising seas and saltwater intrusion, threatening agriculture, fishing, and biodiversity. Worse still, the Maldives in the Indian Ocean and Tuvalu in the South Pacific are on the brink of disappearing entirely due to accelerated sea level rise and coastal erosion, underscoring the severity of this crisis for island territories. Similar threats loom over millions of lives in Bangladesh and other low-lying regions. The causes are clear, well-documented, and acknowledged by the IPCC, the UN, and the most serious experts. The burning of fossil fuels, mass deforestation, uncontrolled urbanization, and energy-intensive consumption patterns are driving up greenhouse gas emissions, trapping heat in the atmosphere. The longer the world delays decarbonizing its economies, the higher the thermometer climbs, turning climate risk into a systemic threat. Yet solutions do exist. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has called for tripling global renewable energy capacity by 2030, phasing out coal, implementing fair carbon pricing, and massively increasing climate financing for vulnerable countries. The IEA's 2025 report highlights the electrification of transport, industrial energy efficiency, green hydrogen, and reforestation as immediate levers for action. Experts such as Nicholas Stern and Fatih Birol remind us that investing in the green transition is economically smart, as the cost of inaction far outweighs the cost of action. But these solutions require global leadership. And today, the United States holds the key. As the world's largest economy, the second largest CO2 emitter, and a leader in advanced AI and clean energy technologies, America can either move the world toward action or allow inertia to persist. Its role will be pivotal in upcoming climate negotiations and in adopting innovations necessary to keep temperature rises below the critical 1.5 degrees Celsius threshold. In a world where climate risk is turning into systemic risk, where disasters are accelerating, and where the very survival of entire regions is at stake, climate change is no longer an optional priority. It has become the absolute priority.